Welcome my dear students, Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. Here is the chapter name, Is matter around us pure or pure? In this chapter, we will discuss these 2 points. Those are the colloidal solution and properties of colloidal solution. Here the colloidal solution means a colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture of 2 or more substances. A colloidal solution is a heterogeneous. Hetero means here different or other. So, these mixture containing 2 or more substances. For examples, mixture of starch in water, mixture of egg albumin in water, milk, air containing dust and smoke, etc. And also I will give very familiar example. Suppose if you are taken flour and pour in the water containing beaker, so that is also example of colloidal solution. So next we will discuss the properties of colloidal solution. Properties of colloidal solution. There are 4 properties of colloidal solution are there. First one is a colloid is a heterogeneous mixture. So just we have discussed the definition, that is a colloid is a heterogeneous mixture. Second one is the size of particles of a colloid is too small to be individually seen by naked eyes. So, these are seen by naked eyes, whereas solution particles we cannot see with our naked eyes. So, third point is colloid are big enough to scatter a beam of light passing through it, make its path visible. So, these particles are wandering one place to the another place. If the size of these colloids particles are bigger in size, so the light can be scattered. The beam of light can be scattered in this mixture, and we can see the path of the light visible, in which direction it can be moving of the light. And the fourth property is they do not settle down. They do not settle down when left undisturbed. That is, a colloid is a quite stable. So, these are the 4 important properties of a colloidal solution. So, next slide we will visible here. Now, visible this slide is Tyndall effect. The definition of Tyndall effect is when a beam of light is passing through a colloidal solution, the colloid particles scatter the beam of light and the path of light because visible in the solution. This effect is called Tyndall effect. Just we have seen in the before slide that example are the colloidal solution. So, when the beam of light means what here? The collection of light rays passing through with the help of the torch. So, the light can be scattering by their particles and we can visible the path of light. So, this effect is called Tyndall effect. So, I think you have understood. Tyndall effect can be seen when light enters a room through a small hole. So, due to the scattering of light by the dust and smoke particles. So, in our classroom, suppose the beam of light, sunlight passed through our windows. So, just you can dust the duster, we can see the scattering of light in the dust. So, this is the very good example of Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect can be seen in a dense forest. So, due to scattering of light by water droplets in the mist. So, here we are visible 3 pictures are there. One picture is supplying the light in the or passing the light in the solution of the colloid, and second picture is showing that dust particle in the window and visible the path of the light, and third picture it can be showing the forest, so we can see the water droplets in the mist and the light can be scattering. So we will visible very clearly in the next slide. So that is, these are the four important examples of which one? Tyndall effect. So first slide, second picture, third picture and fourth picture, all these are the related to the Tyndall effect. So next point we will discuss in the next slide, that is, okay, this is the new slide and new point in this chapter, separating the components of a mixture. Separating the components of a mixture. The components of a heterogeneous mixture can be separated by simple methods. So which kind of mixtures can be separating here? Heterogeneous mixtures. These mixtures are separating by simple methods like hand picking, sieving, filtration, decantation, etc. Many are there. Many technical methods we can using and separating these heterogeneous mixtures. Sometimes special techniques are used to separate the components of mixtures like evaporation, centrifugation, decantation. In decantation we are using separating funnel, sublimation, chromatography, distillation and fractional distillation. So these are the few techniques and special techniques are used to separating the components of heterogeneous mixture. The first technique we are used to separating the heterogeneous mixture is, that is, evaporation. So just you see evaporation here. Okay, this is the evaporation. Already we have studied in the first chapter in the chemistry of 9th standard. Again we will discuss here evaporation. So this method is used for separating a volatile component, that is nothing but solvent, from a non-volatile component, that is solute, by heating the mixture. By heating the mixture, so we can get it to evaporation or evaporating vapor. For example, ink is a mixture of a dye and water. If some ink is heated in a dish, the water evaporates and the dye is left in the dish. Similarly, we can separate a mixture of salt and water or sugar and water by evaporation. So this is the one of the important example to get evaporation. So which are the things or equipments have we used for this experiment? So we are taken china dish, wire gas, stand, tripod stand, burner and mixture of salt and water. So only the water is evaporated and here left the salt also and other things. So the remaining aspects we will discussing in the next class. Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. Thank you.